Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm going to try to make this video today a little bit shorter than yesterday. Also, your Pear Deck activity is a little bit shorter than yesterday as well. I hope you find it a little more simple while you're going through it. I'm just going to walk you through two examples and then you'll have the rest to complete on Pear Deck. You can complete them just like I am on here. Hopefully, you'll find that nice and easy when you watch the video. Again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know in Google Classroom. I'll do my best to help you out. And then tomorrow you won't have a video from me. Hopefully you'll find tomorrow's lesson pretty exciting. And then we have spring break, and I won't virtually see you until Tuesday. Hope you have a great time with your family. Take a little bit of time to relax. Don't worry about any work, and we'll pick back up where we left off. So today you're solving word problems now with addition and subtraction of fractions, just like we did yesterday with unlike denominators. We're just taking that extra step into word problems. And it says referring to the same whole. That's going to be important in our second example. So let's take a look. Example 1, at a party. Andy and April shared a cherry pie. Andy ate 2/5 of the pie, and April ate 1/3 of the pie. What fraction of the pie did they eat all together? I'm going to pick out my important parts here. Andy eating 2/5 of the pie is definitely important. And April eating 1/3 of the pie is important. I want to reread my question and figure out what really it's asking. So what fraction of the pie did they eat all together? Well, that all together part stands out to me. It signals that I'm combining them. If I'm putting things together and I want a sum or total, that should tell me I'm adding. This equation part I do want you to fill out. I'm adding these two numbers. All you have to show me is exactly that. I'm taking my 2/5, I'm adding it to 1/3. Now, technically, equation means there's an equal sign. That doesn't mean you have to solve it. My solution's going down here. What that means is it's saying, okay, I want to know what that equals in math. If we don't know the value of something, but we want to use something to represent it, we use a number, a variable. Why not p for pi in this example? So I'm looking at 2/5 plus 1/3. I'm going to change my color just to show my work. 2/5 plus 1/3. I could list my common multiples, but I'm thinking to myself, 3 and 5, I can't think of anything else besides multiplying them together that I'm going to get for a common denominator. So let's just try it. Even if I was wrong, I would still get a correct value. So let's see, 3 times 5, that tells me that my new common denominator is going to be 15. What that means is that both fractions, when I rewrite them, are going to have 15 at the bottom. That also means my answer, before I simplify if I can, is going to have a denominator of 15. Now I'm going to use that butterfly part. Find out what Andy ate in 15ths by multiplying up this way, which means Andy ate 6/15. We'll find out what April ate by multiplying up this way. 5 times 1 is 5, which means April ate 5/15. When I rewrite that, I just have to fill in these numbers I found as my numerators now. Got 5 for April, so 5/15. And then just like our notes said yesterday, find that sum. 6 plus 5 is 11. I cannot divide 11 and 15 by anything besides 1. So my solution then is 11/15, but it's a word problem. You must label your answers, please. 11/15 what? I can just say of the pie was eaten. That's fine. You could say a whole sentence. Andy and April ate 11/15 of the pie altogether. That's even better. And just like I clicked over here and used my text, Pear Deck gives you that option. You can click text and add it in just like I did here. Now, if you were asked to model that, I want you to see that you have these tools accessible to you. You can use them, you can play around with them whenever you'd like. So you go into your Pearson account like normal, and this magnifying glass up here in the right-hand corner lets you search for things. You can just type the word tools in. That very first link that comes up asks you to open them separately, and you've got all these options. You can check out all kinds of fraction strips, bars, tiles, circles. Right now we're going to use the number line. You can even use it to add and subtract fractions. I'm just going to use the regular old number line. I've already set it up with 15ths because that's our common denominator that we found. And so let's look here. Remember, we were working with the problem 2/5 plus 1/3. So I'm going to start my little dot on 2/5, and now I need to add a third. If I start and put my dot where I started with my 2/5 and try to go up, it's telling me in decimals. I'm going to check the menu on this. I'm confused. Okay, I want it to show me a fraction, and I want to set the length. Okay, you know what? I just want to do 1/3. I want to see what that looks like. So let's do thirds, and I want one of them. Now let's see what that looks like. Okay, adding 1/3 gets me to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Well, what do you know? When we did our work before, we found that 1/3 was also 5/15. So let's take that original 2/5 and go over our 5/15. What do you know? Same exact answer. And let's see what we get on our number line. 11/15. Exactly what we found our answer to be on our notes. So I started where my 2/5 was. I went over my 1/3, which I found out was 5/15, and ended at 11/15. We're going to move on to our next example in our notes. Scroll down here to Leslie. And when Leslie arrived at the party, there was a whole pumpkin pie left. If Leslie ate 2/5 of the pie, then how much was left? Well, wait a second. I know this part's important. She ate 2/5 of the pie. I'm going to reread for my question again. If 2/5 of the pie if she ate 2/5 of the pie, then how much was left? How much was left? But I only have one number here. This is the part where that whole pumpkin pie plays a large role. You're starting with a whole pie. I'm going to drop some fifths in here, and I have 5 of them. This is right here. This is my whole pie. That's what she walked into. If she ate 2/5 of the pie, that means Leslie came in and she ate that fifth and she ate that fifth. It asks you how much was left over. This right here, the part that she did not eat, that is my leftover pie. So now, okay, I needed a picture to visualize that one, but I have to go back. I still need to fill out my equation. What did I do over here? Well, I started with a whole pie. That's just one whole. And then Leslie ate some of it. She took that away. I was looking for the leftover part. I'm subtracting here. Well, 1 whole minus 2/5. We again can use P for pi. That equals her leftover part. This 1 whole minus 2/5 looks confusing to me. But if you rewrite it like how we used our tiles here, and we started with 5/5 instead of just that 1 whole, now You're back to a fourth grade problem. You know how to take 2/5 away from 5. You get 3 left over. And then again, I need to come down to my solution and say 3/5. I can bring my text over here of the pie was left over. And I've solved my problem. I wrote my whole equation, used a model, and labeled my answer. Please do the rest of the questions on the next 4 slides. Use a model if you're given one, and let me know if you have any questions at all. Have a great day, guys.